The boy overheard his mom entering the cafe. He thought he had mistaken her for someone else, so he went to take a closer look, but he saw a shocking scene. At that moment, the man upstairs also noticed the boy, but he didn't know that the woman in his arms was his mother. The boy was afraid that his classmates would see his mother. He was afraid that his classmates would laugh at him. He hurriedly dragged his classmates away. As the boy walked away, he looked back at his mom. He couldn't believe his mom would betray his dad. Until the evening, mom still didn't come home. The man made dinner. He called out to the child a few times, but the boy didn't respond. The man felt that the child was not well today. He thinks the child is not feeling well. Finally, the boy told his father. Mom went into the cafe and hugged that young man. The man didn't know how to explain it to the boy. He poured a glass of ice water and drank it. He tries to calm himself down, but he couldn't help but weep. He was afraid that it would affect his child's mental health, so he knelt down and explained to the child. The man kept emphasizing that his son was mistaken. He asked his son not to tell his mom about it until late at night. No matter what the woman asked the child, the boy just kept staring at his mother. The boy was about to ask his mother. He thought of promising his father not to tell his mother. The boy didn't say anything. The next day, the woman took the boy to school as usual, but the boy was a different man. He wanted his father to take him to school in order to find out the truth. Before leaving, he asked his wife to pick up the child at night. He lied that he was working late today. His wife's image has left a shadow in his son's heart. The man told the teacher to pay attention to the child's emotions in order to find out the truth. He drove to the door of his wife's office and squatted there. At night, the wife left work early to pick up her son. The man followed closely and secretly. Finally, the boy was persuaded by the teacher, reluctantly sat in the back row. The mother asked curiously, "My son likes to sit next to his mom every day. Why did he sit in the back today?" The son remained silent. The man followed him all the way. When he saw his wife bringing the child home, he thought his son was mistaken. He misunderstood his wife. I didn't expect his wife to wait until dark. She lied that she had to work overtime and left the child alone at home. She left the house in her work clothes. The man followed her. The wife called to ask her husband what time he'd be home. Called to ask her husband when he'd be home. After confirming that her husband will be home late, the woman drove her car to an upscale villa. Then she changed into a sexy halter dress. It was the first time the husband had ever seen his wife in her full glory. He watched as she knocked on the door of the villa. The door was opened by a handsome young man. The husband was furious. He grabbed his tools and got out of the car.